Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of StarCraft, where I take you through the missions and how to get the achievements. Today's mission is Smash and Grab, and it's in the Wings of Liberty campaign. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. The achievements for this mission are Smash and Grab, complete all mission objectives. Those objectives are get to the artifact, destroy the 3 statues, and find the Protoss relics. Rock Slide. Don't lose a unit to the Protoss statues on normal. Hit and Run. Complete the mission in 15 minutes on hard. Now this mission is pretty simple. The only thing that's rough about it is the time constraint, but it's not too bad, as you'll see, because I actually come in really early. I believe at like either 12 or 13 minutes on this mission, whereas most missions I'm coming in at like 59. The one thing I did miss on this one is I did not get all 4 of the Protoss relics because I forgot about the last one at the last second. But it is really easy to get because there's 2 ways you can get it. You can either do the mule drop, which is basically where you turn your command center into a orbital base, and then basically use the scan over to the left because that's where the artifact is, and then you drop a mule on it. Or you can use the command center drop on it, which is basically where just before you're going to assault the statues, you lift your command center up, loaded with SCVs, and then you fly it over and drop an SCV on the artifact. That's pretty much the easiest way. That way you don't have to fight your way through the Zerg and the Protoss to get over to it. Now, as far as army composition on this map, basically you're going to be working on 2 units. Your Marauders, and you're going to be working on medics. Yeah, what I was trying to do is I was trying to bait out the zealots there. As you can see, here they come. Basically, once you start attacking that pylon, the zealot will come up and try to attack. And the reason I'm doing that is to try to get as much interference out of my way as possible, because again, this is a timed mission, and you know me, I come in very bad on timed missions. And since this is a timed mission, I'm trying to get my supply out of the way pretty quick. Some Zerg attack. Yeah, periodically you will be attacked by both Zerg and you will be attacked by Protoss. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to build the bunkers at home and then basically set up a repair station for them, which means you're going to want to put at least 1 or 2 SCVs on your bunkers, so this way you don't have to pull your force back, because once that force leaves the base, you don't want it to have to come back. So, once the kids are out of the house, make sure they stay out of the house. You will need your upgrades on this mission, so go ahead and get those started. You can either do 1 engineering bay, or you can do 2 of them. I would suggest 2, so this way you can get multiple upgrades going at once. But if you can only afford 1 at a time, go ahead and only do 1 at a time. I would do at least 3 to 4 barracks, because you will need as much production as you can, because the Marauders require the reactor core, and if you did not take the perk, your medics will require it too. And basically the first 5 to 8 minutes of this mission is build, 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 build. Build your army, build your base, build your construction, build whatever. Or build your security, which is your bunkers. But it's just build. Build, build, build. Which I guess that's true of most missions, but sometimes the missions give you what you need outside of you know, your regular starting thing, which is normally just the command center and the minerals and the 5 SCVs, so. And again, I don't think I ever set up a SCV to repair on these, so I'm constantly having to pull from my mineral line. So when you're doing it, the best thing to do is go ahead and basically pull 1 to 2 SCVs per bunker and have them set on repairs. Make sure you wait until you have a decent force to actually move out of the base. Looks like I finally wised up to put some SCVs on repair duty. And again, this mission primarily, the only units you're going to be building are your medics and your marauders, because the marauders have a decent life pool and they do a decent amount of damage, plus they have a slow effect. So it helps when dealing with big units like the statues, because 1, it's going to slow them, and then 2, the statues don't do that much area damage. So your medics will be able to out-heal the damage they deal. This way you won't lose any units that get to the statues. Alright. Now that I got 3 different marauders. You should only need about 8 medics for this mission. So once you get about 8 medics, try to get the medics out first, and then once you do that, just go hardcore into producing your marauders. And don't forget to snag that Protoss relic. It should be the easiest one because it's right outside the base. Yeah, always make sure you target down the pylon in that situation, because the last thing you need is the cannons also firing on you when you're trying to deal with the patrol that's over there, the Protoss patrol. And if you lose medics, go ahead and replace them, because again, like I said, when you take on those statues, you're going to need about 8 medics to take them out. And then here, the marauders actually have an increased range than most units, so you can go ahead and take out the pylons while they can't reach you. And then, no matter what you do, these 2 sentries will post up force fields, so. I believe one of the Protoss relics should be down that hallway right there, so once you get this pylon and this group down here dealt with, go ahead and head into that area down there. And again, target down pylons first, because this way it basically takes out 2 or 3 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, I always manage to get my production units trapped somehow when building, which is why I like the Terrans, because most of their buildings can either take off or flatten down, So if you do accidentally build your guys into a hole, you can basically move the building so they can get by. Alright. Once you get enough troops, go ahead and move up this ramp. Basically, you're going to want to bait most of their units downward and take them out. And then once the units are dealt with, then go ahead and move in to take out the buildings. And again, target pylons first, and then target buildings, other buildings, I should say. Here comes the rest of the Protoss units that are in this base. This base isn't too fortified, but it is a pain in the butt if you're not ready for it. Which is again why I'm suggesting using Marauders, because they have the decent life pool, so they can take a few hits before the medics need to heal them. So also try to keep your medics from getting out of position because they will die. And also, always take out the pylons because, as you can see there, it just shut down those 2 warp gates, which means that's units you're not having to deal with. And then down here, you won't have to take these 2 pylons out because they really don't do anything. They're not powering anything. And on this mission, the Protoss do not use warp tech, so you won't have to worry about that. As you can see, they were trying to warp in another cannon there. If you want, you can go ahead and take out that Nexus, but it's not pulling off of any mineral pools, so you won't have to worry about it. Now, here's where if you had, since you have all 3 of the relics, you do the either mule drop or the basic command center drop, which is basically where you pick everything up and you take it to the left of the base, because it's literally right next to the base where the 4th artifact is. And as you can see, you want to group your army up, because basically the way those statues work is they work as colossi, and they're going to try to deal as much damage as possible, but your medics are going to be able to heal it, so you want to keep them close to your medics. And there you go, guys. That's how to do smash and grab and get all the achievements. Well, 2 of the achievements, plus how to get the first achievement, because I wasn't thinking about it. Well, guys, if you liked what you saw, give me a like and a comment down below. If you didn't, I'm okay with a negative comment as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.